Influence is not visibility. This is how premium brands convert attention into assets. Hello and welcome. My name is Amina. I go by Amina K on social. And today I put together this presentation to give you some insight on how to build a premium brand online. So you can use these same strategies when you're working offline as well, and this will be the way to get you started and really understanding personal branding and business branding at a higher level. So, this is a little bit about me. I have built influence into my enterprise. I have built, scaled, and exited online and offline businesses as well. And the core thing that made all these successful was about positioning, learn how to gain trust, convert attention, and scale, okay, without burning out or chasing trends. Okay, so this is on real execution, not theory here. 25 years on the online industry. And this is just a little bit of what I've learned. So this is built on positioning systems and buyer psychology. Okay. We're not doing the trend chasing, we're not doing the clout chasing. We are building frameworks. Okay. This is going to get your clients aligned with your offers and what you do. So you get consistent buyers, you get consistent visibility without more headache and more burnout. So the core misunderstanding is, that visibility is so overvalued. Okay. So we need to remove the idea of getting more views, getting more followers, getting more reach. And we really need to restructure that entirely and build a steady foundation. And we're going to, really focus on being consistent. Okay. So we reach the people that we can help. So we're talking their language, okay? So many brands are highly visible but still have inconsistent revenue. They're dependent highly on platforms and they're replaceable in the marketplace, okay? Because visibility creates exposure, but it does not create position. The two outcomes of attention. Attention always converts into something. Okay. Attention is never neutral. Okay. It converts into demand, authority. It could even convert into your fatigue or even irrelevance. All right. Without a structure, your attention decays quickly. Only with positioning can it compound, and the outcome is determined before the content even performs, even does anything for you. Again, wrong attention will never get you the right results. Influence is an asset. As an asset, visibility is being seen, influence is being chosen. Visibility answers who notices you. Influence answers why someone chooses you, why they trust you, and why will they pay you. Influence exists in the buyer's mind, not in some algorithm. Okay. So remember, we're not trying to sell to the algorithm, we're trying to sell to the buyer, we're trying to gain their trust. Influence as an asset. Assets compound, visibility expires. All right, let's say that again. Assets compound, visibility expires. This is why we're not building for the algorithms. We're not building for reach. We're not building for more exposure through generic channels. We need to build a steady foundation. We need to build an actual brand with structure. So your assets appreciate over time, right? Any asset that you have appreciates over time. If you're going to put your money in a CD, you know that it's going to give you a specific results or some kind of idea with that. You're going to put your money into the stock market, you have some kind of idea of the return, especially if it's going to pay you dividends. You put your money in anything that actually has shown a track record to grow, it's going to appreciate. This reduces your effort required, okay? So anything that you put into an asset, you're not like hustling after it. You're not constantly putting out more. This creates opportunity for your business to succeed, to scale. So when influence becomes an asset is when you can increase your prices, is when your demand stabilizes and when your output is decreasing, not increasing. Premium brands build assets. Volume brands chase moments. Okay. Like, do you want to spend your time chasing all the viral moments, trying to be on the latest and greatest thing? Or do you want to build something that lasts from the very beginning? It doesn't matter how many followers you have or how much reach you get. Once you learn this method, then you are talking directly to your buyer from day one. Okay, that's why some brands, like, can have so little of following, but make tons of money and tons of impact in the marketplace because 'cause they're aligned to their buyer. Why premium brands don't chase attention. Now let's look at that some other brands, okay? Positioning precedes demand. High end brands do not compete for attention. They define who they are for, what they represent, where they sit in the market. This creates selective access, clear signaling, fewer but higher value buyers. Attention follows clarity, not effort. Okay. So, for example, when we talk about Apple, Apple doesn't chase daily attention cycles. They're not trying to hop on all the latest trends. They release selectively, they control their messaging and design anticipation. Yes, they design anticipation. They hold back the details that everybody's waiting for. So they build up that anticipation. So people talk about it. People like speculate. They share ideas of what could be the next thing. That's what you need in your brand. They are visible because they're positioned, not positioned because they are visible. All right. So they're not looking at the attention and trying to chase the latest thing and stay on the latest thing. They have timelines in their business. They know when they're going to, market something new. They know when they're going to release it. They know how they're going to release it. They position from the very beginning. And this allows fewer launches, higher margins, and predictable demand. This is what every brand should want, a personal one or a business one. Same thing. The conversion shift from attention to leverage, the shift premium brands make from more content to a clearer signal. Okay, so you need to learn how to weed through your content and find the through line to your clearest signal, or you just need to basically be like, hey, this is who I am from the very beginning, and just keep on that path. From more reach to better buyers. They're not looking to get more reach. They're just looking to increase their base. From activity to ownership. They want to own a market, not participate in it. Influence becomes leverage when it supports pricing, attracts aligned buyers, and operates without constant visibility. Like, do you see these major big brand luxury brands constantly posting on their pages, constantly like, hey, look at me, look at me, look at me? No, you don't, because that is not a growth strategy. That is an ownership marketing strategy. That is a brand strategy. Okay. So when we are called into alignment, we need to go from visibility to ownership. Right? We just don't want to be visible. We just don't want more reach, more likes, more comments. We need to own that space in the markets. This approach is not designed for anybody looking for volume marketing, like hustling all day and putting out things, staying on trends. This is not for trend driven brands. This isn't for anyone just optimizing for being liked more. Like, when is all those DMs that you get by random people or all of those random comments actually aligned to buyers? They don't. They literally don't. So it is for founders and personal brands building influence as a long-term asset. That's what we're looking here. We're building the foundation to become a long-term asset in the marketplace as our brand. So what does this system look like? Okay, so this is again a little bit more about me and how I started. I started all the way back in late 2019. Excuse me, not 2019. 19 what is it, 1999 to 2000. The very beginning of 2000 is when I first launched my first online businesses. And yes, it was a lot of trial and error back then. It was the early adoption of the online space. It was like the gold rush of being online. Yes, and there was tons of people even back then building all the same thing. And I was one of those early adopters. I learned a lot through trial and error. And in 2008, I not only had already built a brand that was stable in the marketplace called One Wed, it was a wedding directory, but I sold it with my partner. And so, during that time, we were managing multiple different online brands concurrently at the same time. We were partnering with major platforms and big brands through our companies, and we were learning how to make this repeatable. Okay, because once you learn this, it's repeatable through everything you do. In 2018, I rebuilt, I leveraged social media, and I rebuilt from nothing. There was no inherited audiences. There was no like, oh, I'm gonna like pay somebody else to do this. I built from the ground up again in 2018, got back into online technologies, and I was like, you know what? I'm gonna master social media. I'm gonna figure it out. I'm gonna learn it as I go. I'm gonna invest in it every day, and I'm gonna figure this out. And 2025, I have designed an ecosystem that's multi brands and it's in the luxury space. And it's all under the same strategy. And now I have helped over 2,500 other brands clarify their positioning and scale consistently and keep getting consistent sales. I've also reached well over 1 million people monthly and generated seven-figure brand revenue time and time again for these brands. Okay. So that is pretty much like what came about with this strategy and what I know and teach. And now it's literally a framework. So the next step for you, if that is the direction you are building toward, you can apply now. So you just have to, screen capture this. You can, hold it your phone, it'll give you the link. You apply at this site right here that I put together for you. See if you're a good fit for this program to move forward in. And I hope everything that you learned here kind of gives you a little bit better understanding on what hasn't been working right now and your next steps on how to improve that. Thank you so much for watching today. And I wish you all the best luck in building your business or personal brand online. Take care. My name is Amina.